Well, here we stand on the brink of a new year, 2020. What happened to the teens? Much will happen in the new year. I've been hearing a little bit about something about a political election I think is coming up. I've also been hearing previews for something else as well. In 2020, our country will seek to record every person who lives here in census. It has never been easy to gather census information. Some people fear that sharing their information may get them in trouble, even deported, and that is unfortunately sometimes the case. Others who are deeply into Ancestry.com are just thrilled to find information about long-lost family members through all the careful records that have been preserved from the past. These days, options need to be diverse. No longer can census takers knock on doors and expect everyone to be home and answering their questions. 2020 will be the first year where people can complete their census online or over the phone, as well as paper copies. And to top it off, the official date for the 2020 census is April 1st. A perfect day to count all of us fools. Well, the story of Jesus' birth starts with a census. It starts with a mandate from Rome and Caesar Augustus requiring everyone to register in a census. And not only did every single person have to register, but they had to travel to the town of their ancestors to register. Think of how inconvenient that would be for us. Think even if you just had to travel to the town of your birth to register, where would you end up? I'd have to go to New York. How about the rest of you? Luckily, we have a lot of local people here. Iowa. Just imagine what it was like for Mary and Joseph. It is roughly 100 miles from Nazareth to Bethlehem. And according to Google Maps, it would take 34 hours to travel it on foot, not counting stops for rest. And of course, Google does not factor in contingencies like marauding bandits, deep rain-washed ditches cutting through the path, inns with no room, or full-term pregnancies. Nor does it consider the lack of funds for such a trip. But every single person must be counted, even the little people. And without a doubt, Mary and Joseph were little people. So too were the shepherds to whom the angels appeared that night to announce the holy birth. We might romanticize shepherds, but they were dirty and smelly, considered almost as low as beggars. They, like Mary and Joseph, were little people. The events Luke describes seem incredibly small. I mean, what does Emperor Augustus care about a pregnant teenager and wandering shepherds? Mary, Joseph, and the rest. These folks are small compared to the rulers. And that is good news of great joy for us. Why? Because we are the little people. Even in our most grandiose moments, we are not the power brokers of this world. The genius of Luke's story, of course, is that he portrays all of this through everyday, simple people, a young mother and common shepherds. If God can work in and through such ordinary characters, perhaps God can also work in and through us. And does, on a regular basis. Most years, when I hear this beloved story, and I hear of the angels visiting the shepherds, I'm struck by their first words, fear not. Fear is such a crippler of love. But this year, I heard two other words, for you. If we want to keep it really simple, these two words to the angels' songs help us keep it simple. Not only do they announce that Jesus is born, they announce to those smelly shepherds that Jesus is born for you. We gather this evening to remember that gift. Jesus is not was, but is born for you, for us. Whether you come with gratitude for a particularly good year and the love of family and friends, or if you come with a heart of grief behind a mask that hides your pain, uncertainty, and fear. Jesus is born for you. God knows your struggles, stands with you, and will not let you go. Most of us come with hearts filled with some combination of joy and sorrow, hope and fear. We are all on this night like the shepherds to whom the good news was first given, right smack dab in the middle of our lives, honored with God's attention, surprised by the good news, sent to tell others, to share. When governments initiate a new census, they demand that every person be counted. God's census taking is different. In God's estimation, every person gets to be counted and loved as a beloved child. Everyone. Amen.